What's going on, folks? It's me, Justin. We're back on our business. Had a nice weekend away from the computer, so came back with a little want to get after it a bit. But we're switching it up. We got into live view of the site right here, the main site, the case study site. And I'm just gonna be talking about the plugins that are on here. There's really not a lot. There's 18 that are active, and a decent amount of those are just like the pro version of plugins, or like the paid version activators or whatever. So just from top to bottom, we're just going to run down the list, right? Number one, active campaign, email marketing. Pretty, it's the email marketing stuff. You know what I mean? I do have an SEO plugin on here. I use all-in-one on this one. I don't really have an affinity towards one or the other, Yoast or all-in-one or Rank Math or any of the other ones out there. I just kind of pick one and stick it on there. I really don't do as well as the site and these sites kind of rank. I really don't do a lot of real technical SEO stuff. I haven't written a meta description in 7 years. I just kind of set them up. They're there, whatever. I don't have set up keywords for different pages or anything like that. I don't really care. I just publish the articles and that's it. I think that's more for, even though WordPress has a sitemap built in, it's more for sitemaps, and getting those submitted and all that kind of stuff. But it's there, whatever. I used to have a calculated fields form, which is just to make calculators. I have a lot of success in making calculator tools for websites. As far as getting traffic, whether they actually convert, who knows, but number goes up, I feel good. So I create calculators a lot. Simple conversion tools, things like that. Generate Blocks and Generate Blocks Pro. Those are the next two. Just to, honestly, I have no idea why I even have that. I'm sure there's some elements that I use. I couldn't tell you what they are, but I just kind of use that in conjunction with Generate Press, and it all kind of works out. I think the biggest use of that would actually be query loops, even though I think query loops are now a built-in block. Either way, I have it, so I put it on there. Couldn't actually tell you what I use it for. And then Generate Press Premium. That's just one of the modules to get the pro version or whatever. I use head, footer, and post injections, which is just you can input all your scripts and everything like that, for analytics or whatever use case you would need to inject some JavaScript or HTML on every page on your site, every post on your site, specific pages, specific posts, things like that. So that's, I'd have to actually go in there and see exactly what's as you can tell, I'm not super nerdy about this website stuff. I just make the site, I put the content on there, I get the people there, and it makes money. Would I be better off if I actually gave a shit? Probably, but I don't, so sorry. Index Now, that's when I was doing a lot of programmatic pages and doing them manually, that would just indexes it into a Bing's, their ecosystem. I think Yahoo's included in Bing search or this webmaster tools. So that's just, as soon as I hit publish, it automatically gets submitted there. And when I was publishing, or my VA was publishing 10, 20 pages per day, it's just a lot easier having that on there and then having to actually go to Bing Webmasters and submit everything. I just bought Link Whisperer a few months ago. I am on right now, I'm publishing just a ton of long form informational content and stuff that really doesn't have a lot of commercial intent behind it. But what I am using that for is for internal linking to money pages, and Link Whisperer is making that a hell of a lot easier. And it's probably why I'm seeing pretty decent traffic growth over the last month and a half, going from about 50,000 monthly visitors on my little chart to about 67 right now, which is great. And I just went through all my older posts from 2020 to 21, 22. And I don't really look at what it's suggesting. populates the thing. I click all. I've gone through and like deactivated or like disallowed, disavowed, whatever you want to say. A lot of those programmatic pages, just because I don't want them to be linked to. They're not, they don't need to, right? I'd rather link to some of the more competitive pages and posts, alternatives to X, how to make money with Y, things like that. So I have a bunch of those programmatic pages disavowed or excluded, and then it's just whatever it recommends as far as information posts or money posts. I just say, yep, click, boom, and it sends it. So again, kind of lazy with this shit. Lightspeed cache or cache, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Just make the site faster. So when people click it and it doesn't take 45 seconds to load, it takes 4 to 5 seconds, or preferably 0.45 seconds. I have a plugin on here called just redirection. I had a few like manual links that are just floating around on the site somewhere that were going to certain pages, but now those pages are either a website on their own, or they need to be point somewhere else. Just the simple 301 redirect plugin. I could do that in, HTTP access or whatever it's called, but I don't really care enough to do that. One of the plugins that is deactivated right now, just because I'm publishing a bunch and I don't want to have to deal with dates being weird. I have a plugin that just republishes old posts, basically brings them from the oldest posts up to the anything older than I think 3 months gets republished on the current date, and it just kind of keeps cycling through that, like 5 or 10 per day. Just keep everything up, and that's some gray hat stuff. Just instead of manually changing the dates to something new, it just automatically updates older ones. And I just have the free version of that. I think there is a pro version with a few extra features, ones that I don't really need nor care about. So that's that. I got reusable blocks extended, which when I was going through making all those programmatic pages years ago, I was doing it with reusable blocks. Really, I would not recommend that method nowadays, just because there's a lot easier and better ways to do it. It really makes your site go super slow, and they're really pain, especially when you're an amateur like I was and still am, and I was doing like reusable blocks nested inside other reusable blocks. So the whole it was a nightmare, and it's still a nightmare. And unfortunately, a lot of those older posts are still created using reusable blocks, and I've tried to convert them, and it's just like it will be a huge undertaking that I really don't want to do. So I'm just going to leave it there and there. But reusable blocks extended is great because it adds like a reusable blocks menu item on the left hand sidebar, and a few extra features for reusable blocks, like being able to see like short code for them, so you can use them a lot easier from a spreadsheet. My affiliate program, my link kind of management, I use Thirsty Affiliates, and then the pro version, basically so I don't have to sit there and have a bunch of links floating around that, when kind of the way my methodology for using or doing affiliate marketing is, I don't just link to some random willy-nilly shit like on Amazon or whatever. I have a few programs that I sign up for and promote. It's grown over time. There's probably like 100 individual products that I promote. But I only promote those ones. And then, if one of them, the terms change in a way that's super inconvenient and egregious, or a program goes away or something like that, I can just go in there to Thirsty Affiliates, change the link, and boom, it's across the site now. Those all go to a different program, or they go to a page, alternatives to X type page, and I don't really miss out on that on those clicks. Let's see. After that, I have Translate Press. I have the developer, and then I have multilingual. It's the basically Translate Press in the premium part. And that's, again, if you've been following along, you've got a couple videos about translating the site automatically with Translate Press and the DeepL API. And those pages are doing great, as you can see down there in Colombia on the live map. Colombia's popping off. I think we got some Philippines over there on the left. Is that Thailand? Maybe that's Cambodia. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. But this is live and real and whatever. But all this European, where you got Russia over here, India, South Africa, all this, like I said earlier, Columbia major, translated pages automatically. And well, those people are coming on, and that is, I saw significant growth in traffic. Almost damn near basically doubled my traffic by translating it to a few different languages. Basically every option to translate a language in, that's what I used for. Or that's what I use in Translate Press. Everything. I said, go, everything that is available, run it. I don't care. It started with Colombia in Spanish and like French and German, and I was like, you know what? Run the numbers, everything. Then I have WP All Import Pro. When I do create like bulk publishing articles, I, instead of having to manually copy and paste them over, I use WP All Import Pro. That was purchased when I was making just like a lot of pure programmatic websites. Excuse me, pardon me. But I see that it can, it's useful for this site as well now. And then last, we have WP word count, and I don't even know why I have that. I don't care about word count anymore. But for a while it went away because they tried to make it paid only, and I'm guessing nobody paid for it because I don't know. They used it for free for so long, and you might have a legacy version, whatever. But they brought it back, so I have it back on the site, and it's cool and all. But again, with that one plugin that reposts or republishes old posts, it messes up the like monthly post count. So don't really go in there much. I should probably just deactivate that because, yeah, quite frankly, I don't care anymore. And I don't really keep track of it as far as like the case studies go. I don't include word count or anything like that because it's by and large, I want to say a vanity metric, but it can be misconstrued as an important metric, and or maybe not important, but I can't think of the right word. A primary metric, something that it's a means and an end. I could rank. My highest performing pages have like 500 words, and my worst performing, we could say, I have like 3,000 or middle of the road. So I think word count's a faulty metric of success. But anyway, those are the 18 plugins right now. One active, which is the republishing old posts. That's what I got. That's what I use, and you could see the map the whole time.